Good afternoon, traders. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I hope you guys are doing sensibly on your side there. We about to hit our 12 o'clock session. Before we get into that, guys, the information we'll be discussing is opinion and should not be construed as advice in any way. A good afternoon, guys. Let's see if the guys are here. All right, I see you, Tanya and Transfer and Pretty. Good afternoon, the lovely Tandi. Good afternoon to you as well, all the way in Botswana. Brett, I see you right there. Good afternoon. Yeah, doing phenomenally here this side. Pretty sensible, yeah. Let's give the slowpokes a bit of a chance to come online quickly. All right, guys. That's a couple of seconds for the slow pokes. Share, I see you there. Gaywen, I see you there. Wonderful, wonderful, guys. Guys, we're going to be pushing through. Very, very interesting here. Look at the oil price. Shira, look at the oil price. Now, you and I both know that this has been a relationship. We've had this relationship with this oil price for a couple of years here, Shira. And she's always played hard to get, isn't it so? She's always played hard to get. And as you can see right there, she's doing the same thing this time around. Same thing. The behavior, the tendency, it's been far too long. Far too long. Intel, I'm telling you, me and Shira, this has been a long distance relationship we've been having with oil. Oil is, she always plays hard to get with us. So what we've done is over the years, we've kind of stepped aside and we just let her be. You know, we know she's going to come around at some point. So here we go. The oil price remains inside. Guys, we are officially done with the Asian session. All right, the Asian session is finito. And we are now in the London session. That's important for us. We are in the London session right now. And being in the London session, guys, we see there was no highs. That was broken. No highs. But we saw an attempt to push to the upside. It was just after 11. We saw an attempt to push to the upside, but nothing coming close to this zone over here. I think that's a very important point. Would you guys agree with that? All right. And so, guys, what's going to be important for us now is to watch it. Very carefully. We're going to do a round trip now to see what is happening with the rest of the suckers right there. With gold, we're going to see what's happening with silver. I'm seeing silver coming down a little bit there, but let's just quickly track the gold here, guys. We can see that we're still at the same place. Look at that. Still at the same place as what we were. Look at that. Same place, guys. Look at that. So we managed to come down. Yes, we managed to come down. All right, so we are in an we came in and then we went out again. Look at that. Still lots of divergence, guys. Remember what we're doing now is we are engaging to see the setups before tomorrow. And you can see that nothing has happened here. But look at the silver price. The silver price, surprisingly here, has pushed down, and it seems like there could be something worth looking into here. All right, look at that. We are currently in a bearish momentum zone. You can see that. Is everybody tracking with me? Let's see if everybody's tracking with me quickly there, guys. Look at the silver price. So we can see that price, this zone is important, this one here. And this one here, this area here is going to be key for us right now. Okay? This area here. Once we break beneath that zone, I'm seeing the oil price, not the oil price, the silver price push down a little bit. Now, on the higher time frames, it's bullish, absolutely bullish, guys. All right, it's bullish on some of the hourlies here. Look at that, 6, the 8. When it comes to a daily, we're still tracking in that bearish momentum right there. So I have to say it in this way. On the much higher time frames, all right, we have the pullback. This pullback comes from this impulse. So it's gone very deep, all right? It's gone so deep that it's totally bearish right now. Are we together here? This impulse has gone so deep. And if you take a Fibonacci, you'll see it very, very deep into that area. To the point where some guys will think silver is actually bearish right now, but it's still within that impulse. If it had to break, then it's a complete reversal. That's a very important one there, guys. All right. It's very, very important right here. Look at this. It's not broken that area right there. So in actual fact, if you look at it, this is still an uptrend because it has a higher low there. So structurally, silver overall is still bullish. It's just a very, very deep correction. So what we're attempting and what we're seeing now within that correction, guys, we had the last impulse here, and this is a pullback from that massive move. This is a pullback. So what we're attempting to trade now within that pullback is this area here. That's what I'm looking at. Very important point. All right. This is it's an indicator here. But Shira, so this one is from an accuracy perspective. You know what? I'll be frank with you, right? I'll be frank with you and with everyone else. When it comes to indicators, I never use an indicator to see accuracy. I'm trying to say that in the right way. I use it to assist in accuracy, but never, if I can say it like that. So it's more of a combination, it's more of a formula instead of it giving me the one answer. It's the best way I can put it for now. Okay, so this here, I will combine it now with divergence as an example, right? So if I had to go and use divergence, let's see here. If I had to go and combine it now you'll see that these two together is giving me that accuracy that you're referring to. Do you see that? Are you with me there? I think that's the best way to put it there. All right, Shira? So it's showing me this indicator, these two at least, is showing. I know that T spoke to you guys about the MACD. All right, T likes to use the MACD, right? Yes, exactly, Shira. That's exactly right. It gives an indication of something that the naked eye might have missed. Yes, it's a bit of extra. Exactly. That's it. That is it. All right. It is not there to be substituted for anything. Even if it says sell confirmed, that means nothing to me. That means nothing to me to take a trade. I will not take a trade based on that. All right. I will put a few things together. All right. And again, guys, remember what I'm also attempting to do here is to show you different ways, not just a way, one way, but different ways. All right. And the same with T. He also shows you different ways. And that is very important. Now, we may not necessarily, I may, as an example, I prefer to trade like this, where I use the zigzag as an example here. Do you guys see that? You see that? I like to use the zigzag. I like to use the, I'm going to show you now, trading sessions. This to me is really powerful. I really enjoy trading like this. And when it comes to time frames as an example, a 1 hour time frame is fantastic. And so is the 4, the 8, and even the 12 and the D1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All of them are great with this with these sessions, because these sessions here tell me a lot about what price is doing. A lot about what price is doing. As an example here, if I had to take from the London up, all right, and I switch to a lower time frame, do you guys see what this is already telling me? Do you guys see that? I see Savage like 20 simple moving average, and you like the 200 as well. All right. You see that? Different strokes for different folks. Do you guys see that? So if it breaks below 1, 2, 3, 4, then I know that, listen, we're running into these areas over here. We're running into these areas over here now. So it just really depends on what makes more sense to your eyes, if it's easier for you to read. And that's a very, very important point that I've just placed there. All right. So from a silver perspective, guys, all right, we even have, oh no, sorry, let's do it like this. From a silver perspective, we have priced this impulse here, and I'm only going to be using 38% of it. I'm only going to be using 38 for it. Right there. Do you guys see that? So if I take it now from there to there, we are already at the 50. So this is one move now to the downside. Look at this. If I go down, one move to the downside. There we go. Done. You see that? You see that? One move to the downside right there to 60. So now imagine this. Watch this now. Watch now. Now I go back and I say, all right, let me get my... Hold on. So do you guys see how we come down? How we coming, when we do come down, it's the halfway mark. It's the halfway mark of the Asian session. Do you guys see this? Of yesterday's Asian session to come back down. Do you guys see that? Is everybody clear on what I just did there, guys? I only went 38% and looking to take a trade, 118 pips, which comes where price broke up. Do you see where it broke up? To come back to that area and retest it. That's it. That is absolutely it. Nothing more than that. Is everybody clear, guys? So let's quickly look. Oil price. Look at that. Seems like it wants to push up again now. It's London session. Look, London there as well. All right. So far, We're still on our way to 4195. NZD USD still standing still, guys. I'm really, to be honest with you guys, I'm not expecting any change here at this point in time. All right, GBP USD, nothing. I'm not expecting anything. I'm extremely open and honest here, guys. I'm not expecting any change at this point in time because of NFP. Look at GBP USD, nothing. Euro USD, small little increments, guys, nothing really here. So for the entire day, this is the Euro USD, 22 pips for the entire day so far. All right, AUS 200, nothing here. NAS has gone back into consolidation. Look, moved a little bit, came back. Guys, I'm genuinely not anticipating any movement whatsoever at this point in time. Perhaps at 3 o'clock, we may get something there. Look at the US 30, just gone back. Look at that. S&P, gone back. Right back. USD JPY. Let me do this, hold on. Still the same thing, look at that. No difference here whatsoever. Classic NFP, all right. Tato, okay, great question, all right. So why the 38? Now, yes, I can partially agree with the 61, okay. The reason why I choose the 38, all right, now let me do it in this way for you. I'm going to use this block here, okay, as an example. I'm going to use this block here as an example. The reason, guys, you know what I particularly like about what we're doing now is that even although it's not a teaching session, I'm going to take advantage of the NFP week, because, you know, whenever we have NFP, the market generally does what it's doing now until the data comes, right? So because it's doing that, I can take some questions and I can obviously explain a few things, all right, because of that. So let's just say price has come up, because the question is why the 38, okay? So let's say price has come up, it's given us a buy here, or at least price moved to the upside. Now, when price reaches a high, every time there's a high, whenever you see a high form, a pullback will be coming. All right, a pullback will be coming. Now, if the dominant trend is up, there's obviously more buyers, right? Now, with more buyers being in, the dominant movement is going to dominate that specific time. So when you're looking for a pullback after the high, okay, you are in favor of buyers. You are in favor of buyers, not so much sellers. Look at the impulses here. Up, because it's an uptrend here. Pullback is smaller, and look at that impulse there. So if the trend is buying, you invest less or you trade less in the downside compared to the upside. If you are saying that most of the time it goes to 61, it means it's going to be down here somewhere. But the challenge is, because it's a buying trend, the risk is that it's most likely going to reach the 31 before it reaches the 61 in the sell. So if you're willing to take the risk to 61, because what price can do is it can come down. Let's say this was a 38 point, and here's the 50. Price can hit the 50, and then from the 50, it bounces up again. It never reaches the 61. So you are trying to get the most probable outcome for your specific trade, all right? So that orange block that I have in now, let's say price went to the upside, and we know this is an uptrend. So what I am going to look for now is a short temporal move to the most likely place for it to visit before we have the long impulse to the upside, because this is where the money is. The money, or at least the distance, is there. Does it make sense there? Are we together, Tato? So the 38 is the most likely place that, look at silver here. If I just go to silver, it's more likely to hit the 38 than the 61 here, because the 61 was here. Do you remember that? The 61 was down here somewhere. This is the 38. So if I did exactly the same, look, from that area to that area, and I take a rectangle. So tell me quickly here, is it more likely to hit that area versus this area? Do you see that? You see that? It's more likely to go in my favor for 100 pips there than to drop all the way down. Now, if it breaks the 31, by all means, all right? You're more than welcome, obviously, to be pushing down with it. But if I can get 5 of these per day to the 38, guess what? I have consistency. Do you see that? I'm going to say it again. If I can get 5 trades like this a day, where I'm looking at the most likely position for it to hit. Let's go to another one, in fact, okay? Let's use Euro NZD. All right, let's use Euro NZD. 1 hour frame. I remember that impulse there. So just look at it. So it definitely came to the 38 one there. Look there. You see that? You can go and check it out. It's the most likely place. After the highest form, 38. Boom. Look at that. Even here. Look at this. 38. Almost immediately. Look at this one here. If I were to do this impulse, from there, 38. And then it drags down, then only later. So here I would have waited. So this is the first day. Next day, I'm up, I'm out. If I wanted to TP a little bit up there, I would have waited an extra day. So the 38% or the 38 point level is a quick area. Doesn't matter what time frame you are actually trading. All right. Even if I went to a 15-minute, let's say you are into 15-minute areas, right? So trends as an example now, right? So here's a channel, and it looks like it's actually coming down here. All right. Now from there, let's say you missed this entire move. From there to there, look, the 38 hit it right there. Look at that. You see that? If I were to measure, this is without a doubt, look at that, 38, right? Now look at this. From there, if you want to short, sorry, wrong way. $38. After that high, came straight down, boom, 38. Look at that. You see that? So the 15-minute, this trade is done now. I'm out. I'm literally done. When I saw the impulse, 38. How many pips was that? From there, 53 pips. Ooh, beautiful. 53. So 38. And as much as guys go for 50 and 61, please hear I want you to listen to the echoing of consistency in the level 38. I want you to hear the echo of the word consistency in the word in the level 38. 50 is nice, 61 it's nice, not a problem, but it almost immediately would go to the 38 first. So as a trader, I'm looking for the most probable outcomes. All right. So if I'm trading a 4 hour as an example here, now look, same thing here, 4 hour. All right. So if I zoom out, even this area here, if I were to do a fib from there to there, it already reached 38. Look. It already reached the 38 right there. If I switch it around, 38 was reached already. You see that? So even here, look, this small little one here, look. 38 reached. So from that area, 55 pips. Look at that. Do you guys see? Do you see the logic? Yes, Teedo, yes. Someone will, yes. They're gonna take that, they're gonna call it a strategy. Exactly. They're gonna call it a strategy. It's not a strategy, exactly. Do you see why we move away from the word strategy? All right? Because anyone will take anything and just say, oh, I got the 38.2 fib strategy. Oh, they'll call it 38.2. Guys, buy my 38.2 strategy. Okay, so what do you mean 38.2? Yeah, you know, I see price goes to the 38.2 level on the fib most of the time. So, you know, but then you have to pay like 10 grand for it, when you can just get it for Mahala here at TD Markets. Are we together here, people? You get it for free right here, but then you pay 10 grand for a 38.2 strategy. Is everybody clear on what I just mentioned here, guys? I think that's pretty simple to understand, right? So as a trader, you want the most what? Probable outcome. Most probable outcome. And if the move is done, the move is done. If the move is done, it's done. Are we together? There's no need to try and chase it, etc., etc. There is no need to chase anything. Once it's done, it's done. Move on, all right? If we go to the NZD CAD, look. We've just touched that 38 already. Look there. It's a 4-hour time frame. Now, do you know what is powerful when it comes to this zone here, that 38 point? When you swing trading, guys, it's a powerful zone. Look, every time, it's the most probable area. Look at that. Leave the 50. Just look at the 38, and you'll come and tell me again. You come and tell me again, all right? So right now, price at this point in time, there's an impulse right there. It almost pushed up to the 38. So if you're scalping, do you see how great this is for a scalp? Do you guys see how great this is for a scalp? From there, it almost hit the 38. Look at this here. It's just hit the 38. Now, if I take this same area here now watch. See that there? Watch. Hold on. It's moving. Okay, so once it's reached, can you see this area here? Because this has already reached the 38, basically. Look at that, it's already reached the 38. It's also where you can start seeing price come down again. So from a scalping perspective, look. Yeah. Like I said, your scalping, guys, is different. So from a high, it's only about 5 pips there. So if you're scalping, you're not using big numbers. Like this is an example here now. You can't be using it in this specific case unless you have a lot of money. You're putting 30, 50 lots, all right, for price to push down. Look at that from there. Look. To quickly push down to the 38. Look at that. A quick move from there. About 5 points. Do you guys see that? Yeah, exactly, Brett. That golden ratio, the golden zone, yes, absolutely. Monkeys are okay. So I know you need to come to the classes because there is no such thing as best. Guys, I'm gonna use what monkeys are. That's a very good point. Okay, remember we we are working towards NFP. So take the word best out of the equation. The word best. The word probability is what you're looking for. I'm using a 1 minute here. So this is not the best time frame. It's the best probable time frame for this move right now, about 5 pips. Are you with me? Monkeys, they said you fell for the for the 3.0. All right. So there's always, what is the most probable time frame for a move to happen? Right now on the 1 minute, right? We have this move from there to there. All right. And from there, there's a most probable move. From that high to this area, we're going to hit the 38 point. It's a 1 minute. I'm monitoring the 1 minute on this move here. What was the most probable time frame from there to there? One could have said it was the 10 minute, because let me just make an incision here. Sound like a surgeon. So we're anticipating it's going to move till there, right? Most probably going to move back. What was the most probable time frame for price to go to the 38 here? We can say it's a 10 minute, because from that low it went to the 38. Do you see that? So the word probable is going to be key. And thank you for that question. It's a good question, and it answers a lot of guys. So it's always about what is the highest probability. When I'm scalping, what is the highest probability? What tool am I using for the highest probable outcome? If I'm swinging, what tool am I using for the most probable? Not the best, but the most probable, okay? If I look at GBP AUD, all right, look at this. Do you guys see how these areas, impulse, pullback, do you see that? If I go to a higher time frame, if I take this, look at this. This has given 300 pips already. Look at that. I'm just anticipating it to go down possibly to the 61. Do you see that? But it's already given over 300 points to the 38. That is it. It's such a powerful thing. All right. So if I go to Sammy's BTC, all right. So imagine this now. From there, look at that. 38. Imagine you sold it for a couple of days there. You see that? Now, if I were to switch it around, look. It's not reached it yet. See that? But look where it is. It's right by my area right there. You see that? Even if I switched it around like this, look at this. Watch. There. Look at that. 82,000 right there. Not only is that powerful, because it's also a lower high. That can also be a lower high in a structure. If it were to come down, it's still part of the lower high. By that time, I'm already out. Do you guys see that? So it's almost like you become a ghost in a weird way, because you'll already be out of the market when everybody's still waiting. You know, guys are still waiting to get in. You already saw the low, and all you're looking for is that move to the upside. Doesn't matter what time frame you're trading. The 38 is very, very important. Is everybody clear there, guys? Can I just make sure everybody is tracking with that one? All right, quickly, guys, in the chat facility. Very, very, very important. All right. Very, 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 very important. All right. All right. All right. Fantastic. All right. So let's quickly look at it again, guys. Oil price, nothing here. Still the same. Still the same. Still the same. Still the same. And once again, look at this, guys. If I were just to show you something here, right? Price comes down. Look where the 38 is. It's back at the 4-hour continuation. You remember that specific zone there where it broke through? 38 is there. So hence I'm saying to you guys, please make sure you take a look at this level, because you'll find there's many opportunities that you can get to, as long as, listen to this now, please make a note of this. Make a note of this. As long as you can adequately find the low or the high. That's why, can you see why I use a lot of divergence? Because divergence helps you understand where the lows are, where the exhaustion is. Once you understand the exhaustion of the buyers or the sellers, it makes it easier to put speculation into the equation. All right? It makes it easier to put speculation in. Even if you look at this now, this move to the upside, look at this. It's not even reached the 38 yet. When it reached the high, it has not even reached the 38 yet. So hence I'm saying to you guys, we at least have to touch there. And we've not touched there yet. When it comes to the GBP USD, exactly the same thing. From there to there, this one did come down. Look there. We are just saying, listen, we are looking to extend it down to that 50 there. That's where we get out. But it's still within the move. So it already touched. Oh man, this is really, really phenomenal. Look at this one here. If I were to do that, we're not even close. Look at that. Still a big distance to go back down to that area. So watch it, guys. Watch it really. Sorry. There we go. So please write down the word consistency. This is what you are looking for in trading, is consistency. Can I consistently find probable setups? Can I consistently find setups that is giving me, the same type of behavior at a specific zone? What happens when it breaks the 23? What happens when a 10-minute frame breaks the 23? What must the resistance look like? So now you start jotting down what that behavior looks like. Why? Because of consistency. That's what you're looking for. That is what you're looking for. You're looking for consistency. All right. I'm going to do one more here, guys. Then we will take a bit of a break. There's nothing happening at this point, guys. Everything is relaxed at this point in time when it comes to the markets. Obviously because of the NFP, nothing major. Let me just check on the NAS again quickly. It's not heavy movement. Yeah, nothing happening there. Nothing happening. So at 3 o'clock we'll see. We'll see what actually goes down. All right, let's see. I'm gonna do one more here. I want to check out the UK 100 if I can find it. UK 100. Hold on. You can use the UK 100 for the GBP USD as well. So we are anticipating the GBP to weaken, which means that we'll be looking for, if it weakens, possible buys here. I mean, look at that. It's already come down. From that high, we've already come down. So here, look at this. See that zone? Nothing yet. So let's quickly turn that into some not magic. Let's turn it into something. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So this one's looking similar to the NAS and the US. Do you see how it's creating so many zigzags here? Do you see that? So now we need to find one move from there to there. We're trying to find a move from there to there. So we have to go up. You see that? There. There we go. Look at that. Now check this out. Watch. So this is the impulse. What are we looking for? We're just looking for the 38 move. We're just looking for the 38 move, right? Where is it? There. Now watch this. Watch. If I take that off and I go lower, look at that. It's right there. You guys see that? It's exactly that choppiness that we spoke about. It's right there. So this has the potential to drop completely to that 10,758. In fact, it's already, guys, we've already broken. We've already broken below. So that's going to be the 38 move, guys. I'm going to leave this on, and we're gonna revisit this one right there. Remember, where did we get it from? We got it from here. 38 move to roughly about, let's make it 10,777.05, and let's watch it now, because we're waiting for the 38.2 move and we're monitoring it on per hour. Is everybody clear there, guys? I think that should do it at least. So let's see, guys. Let's see how it goes. USD made a move up. Okay, let's quickly look. USD Swiss franc. Okay, it's not that much there, Savage. It's still stuck. Remember, we're now dealing with this structure here. When you say move up, you see, when I say move up, that's a move up. For as long as it's in here like this, it's just dangling inside. All right, this is intraday. That's the move. If it breaks above there, that's the move. This is still in consolidation. All right. So guys, 3 o'clock. Let's see how it goes, man. Let's see how it goes. It's going to be interesting here, but watch the oil price at least. Watch the oil price. We're seeing what's happening there. If we're going to be pushing up, remember we said the 38 point now. We just measured. It's roughly around that area there. The 38 is at the 4-hour continuation. So if we push up till there, then you know our 38 level is powerful. Look at that. With this happening here, gold should be coming down, which it is. NZD, GBP USD, excuse me, should be coming down as well. But please watch the oil price, guys. Looks like we're breaking out again. London, look at that. London session. Please make a note. Oil during the London session. Make notes. Oil moves. London session. London session. Make a note of that. Okay. And I'll see you guys at 3. Ciao, ciao for now, guys.
Baie dankie.